Welcome everybody for another Company Fuse 2cast. This time we will enjoy a 2 vs 2 between Big Power playing as the Soviets, Info playing as the British forces, Mayor Storm playing as the Wehrmacht, and La Bulbul playing as the Wehrmacht 2. Interesting though, since usually we see something like Wehrmacht paired up with OKW. And with that, let's see what the players are doing. I'm curious what we will see here, because I mean we see an insta pick of Mayor Storm playing the Bosstruppen, the Osttruppen doctrine. Yeah, I enjoy that quite a lot already because I like the Osttruppen. These guys are reliable. Trust me, they are reliable, yes. And we see an insta pick of Big Power. This name is really difficult for me to pronounce. Big Power playing the Soviet KW2 doctrine with the lady. I have no idea how it's called in English, never mind. We see a KV8 flamethrower tank and the KV2, the repair station, the supply truck, stuff like that. That's nice, the supply or the reconnaissance flight. Interesting on the Wolfshese map, because here we have something like a the fights usually are a little bit directed towards the southern area of the map later on. It's interesting. Curious what we will see here. Oh, interesting. Big Power is planting some barbed wire over here. Why is he doing that? Is he about to plant sandbags over here later on? No, he's trying to to build up a cage so that the Wehrmacht player can't engage over there. However, that didn't work. Are seeing some camping conscripts over here, so most likely he is waiting for more infantry units to engage over here. But in the meantime, the Wehrmacht player was not lazy and he built up some sandbags, an MG42. Oh, and now he's scouting, but that was a bad engagement. Let's see what's going on over here. More conscripts scout camping over here, so I think that's not the best idea. However, now, if he's not engaging any further with this conscript scout, yeah, he will win this engagement. That's nice. In the meantime, Major Storm is engaging in the south, and he is fighting some sections of the British forces. Not just some sections, but 3 sections using Osttruppen and MG. Interesting here, the MG, yeah, it's a little bit aggressively played, but I like that. And it already pinned down 1 section, but this section is not retreating. I think that's a wise choice. But Major Storm is taking the advantage and moves his MG. That's the right play. I always see many players just camping with their MGs and not playing them actively. That's a mistake. So now the MG was able to pin 2 squads at once. Oh, it got flanked, but that's not a big deal, I guess, because we are seeing a flamethrower squad over here that could help. And a Gren over here. Okay. Now the British Forces player is trying to flank the MG. Is it working? Yes, it's working. Nice. In the meantime, more camping conscripts. The Wehrmacht player over here is probably having quite a good time, because now the MG can deal severe damage over here in the mid. However, the Axis player are not having a victory point advantage so far. And the map control is also for the Allied player's favor. Even though I think that the engagements of the Soviet player weren't even that good at the moment, and I mean the engagement of the UK forces player was nice. It was nice to see. It was not even bad. But Major Storm just used his MG, the mighty MG42, to pin them down. Pretty nice. And now he is in charge. Just one more section squad is engaging over here. He's occupying the building in the middle. That was probably a wise choice. He's playing a little bit more defensively at the moment, that's good. Ooh. Okay, that's good engagement from the Soviet player over here. Oh, we lost the cutoff for the Allied forces. And the MG probably needs to retreat pretty soon, I guess. Ooh, two dangerous conscript scouts are engaging, and ooh, that is keen, a keen MG. Okay, now he's retreating. Lucky boy that he didn't assemble the MG and then hit the retreat button, but hit it instantly. Ooh, could I? Ooh, it's dead. Oh no. Decrewed MG42, no more units to pick it up. That's not looking good for the La Boule 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 Wehrmacht player. Interesting though that the that the UK forces player is engaging again and start having bad engagements. However, Major Storm managed to reassemble his MG a little bit towards the direction of the engaging section, and now he is moving it towards the rest of the sections. Well played. However, maybe the sections could flank the MG. Let's see. However, the officers are pretty neat and at close range, so yeah, and there are backup squads. So the UK force player will lose this engagement. Pretty sure on that. Wow, the Soviet player really pushed back the other Austria player over here. And he rebuilt his MG. I think that is a wise choice. Because always, if you lose units, or let's say key units of your army, then you should try to rebuild it. So I think, yeah, that was a good idea. Anyway, the map control for the Access player is not so good. Major Storm is taking back the low victory point. Or at the same time still, the middle building over here is occupied. That's really bad. I mean, there's this bush, so it's not even that a good position for the northern players to hold, because, yeah, they can't shoot that much towards the southern position, or southern direction of the house, so nice, 2-2-2, and a mortar. Interesting to see that the La Boule 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 Austria player already rebuilt his key units as well as tacked up for the T2 and built the 2-2-2. That's pretty nice to see. And another 2-2-2 by Major Storm. We will see the tech of the UK forces player for the AEC. No, he's not going for an AEC. Here we got heals, but most likely they will try to rely on the Zis gun. That can work, but I think one Zis gun could be a little bit rough for 2-2-2-2s. Sooner or later they will help to get back some map control for the Access players, I guess. We don't see any IT from the UK forces player so far. Is the UK forces player having some pioneers? No, he's not having zappers as well. So the zappers are able to snare, but now he's going for the IT gun, so that's nice. And it can sprint, so UK forces AT gun is not even bad. However, I think the UK forces player also need to make sure to get some zappers soon. Ooh, and there's mine field. That could be dangerous in this situation, or this position over here. Not even badly placed, I like that. Nice. So the Access players gained back the map control they need to not lose too many victory points, and they are holding their fuel. That's good. As well as the most of the time they hold the ammunition point over here. However, now they lose it. As well as the cutoff over there. Oh, it's no cutoff. Pardon, but the control point over here. And the Soviet player E is taking up for the tier 3. Most likely we'll see the tier 7 tier soon, because I think maybe the Soviet player I'm not sure. I don't think the Soviet player will go for the flak half track. I mean, the flak half track certainly is super strong, even more as you are not relying on, let's say, an SVT build for your conscripts, because this is incredibly ammunition hungry. And if you are not playing that, you can go for the flak half track and upgrade it with the with the flak gun, which costs 19 ammunition, I guess. However, 2 222s and not that many anti-tank capabilities are shouting for some T-70s, even more, since the UK force player is not going for an AEC. Smoke! Yeah, in the meantime we see that La Boule 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 already picked the modification tank doctrine. I have no idea how it's expressed correctly in English, but we see some smokes. We see the Panzer 4 Model J and the PAK 43. Oh boy, wait a second, the UK forces player lost an MG. Oh yeah, it was over there. I even watched it. Ooh. Recruited, but I think, yeah, it's dead again. So now Major Storm managed to get himself a mighty Vickers. And the Vickers is mighty. And the anti-tank gun of the UK forces player is in a pretty bad spot. He could hunt it down. Will he hunt it down? No, he won't. He's playing safely. Could be smart, I guess. And La Boule 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 is using his Panzer Grenadiers to perform some decapping. He's getting the cutoff over here, that's neat. However, I'm interested in the performance of the Panzer Grenadiers later on, because in the early game, usually, or the mid-game, even in the mid-game, usually the Panzer Grenadiers are pretty weak. So it is a daring build. Boule 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 is showing us here, but it can be pretty strong later on. Yeah, even more in a 2-2-2, I guess. In a 2-2-2, in a 2 versus 2. Just here the 2-2-2 over here engaging, and decided to say 2-2-2 in my confused German head. No, pretty neat map control for the Axis players at the moment, as I predicted, because the 2-2-2s are doing a great job. I mean, the Axis player now having 2 anti-tank guns. However, this map is a little bit difficult to play sometimes, because, yeah, the anti-tank guns, yeah, they can engage from over here and over here safely, but if the battles are coming more like towards this or these positions over here, then the anti-tank guns are having a bad time, usually. In the meantime, the UK forces player lost a section and an MG, so yeah, that is really bad. Interestingly, I noticed that Major Storm is not going, or didn't go for a sniper. Sorry, for some reason my game just minimized. I have no idea why. Major Storm didn't go for a sniper. That would be my preferred build, even more if I would go for the Osttruppen, because Osttruppen are pretty cheap. And since your mainline infantry is super cheap, they allow the Ostheer player to go for MGs as well as a sniper, and that's incredibly strong. However, Major Storm is having other plans for us. For instance, the 2-2-1. Interesting though, because this is the forward reinforcement unit for the Ostheer in this situation. It can be pretty strong if it's played well. Ooh. Yeah. Big power is diffusing some S-mines. However, I think... Ooh, yes. Yeah. He tried to defuse, but... What was shooting at it? It was a mortar, right? But which mortar actually was shooting? I'm a little bit confused. Was it... No, it was not the La Bull 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 mortar. It was like... Was it really... Was it his own mortar? Ha! Unfortunately, I'm not able to figure that out by now, but I think... I think Big Power's own mortar somehow killed the Minesweeper squad over here, because it, for some reason, fired at this position, and the Minesweeper was located over here, and the S-mines exploded, killing the... killing the engineer squad with the Minesweeper. So, in the meantime, La Bull 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 lost another MG, I guess, right? Was he able to recruit it? I have no idea. Ooh, now we see... Ooh, haha. The first splendid Cromwell. This Cromwell is especially splendid because usually these guys are having a tea brewing machine on board. We already saw the power of these things because, yeah, managed to calm down the crew, which enabled them to kill the 222. And I think it was La Bull Bull Bull's 222. Yeah, the La Bull 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 222. La Bull Bull Bull's 222 is down, killed by the mighty Cromwell. Oh, now he went for the Panzer IV Model J. And for some more cutoffs, right? Yes. Most likely he's even getting them because there are no backup units. At the same time, he is engaging the MG. Ooh, this MG probably is dead. I mean, it's just the MG from the Soviets, and I think it's not as long as it's not a Dushka MG. It's not too strong actually, but yeah, I mean, he recruited and steals it. La Bull 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 is playing some sneaky stuff. I like that. Oh, and the second 222 is killed by the mighty Cromwell. As I said, I mean, the crew most likely is pretty relaxed due to tons of tea they are having in disposal, or for their disposal. And now, wow, now the Cromwell, woo, and now the Cromwell is winning against the Panzer IV Model J. That's incredible. I mean, it was backed up using an anti-tank gun, but that is still pretty neat for a Cromwell, because usually the Cromwell is not that strong. Wow, and we see, oh, and we see a wasted Ostwind. Oh boy. And most likely the anti-tank gun will die as well. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Maelstrom lost quite a lot at this very moment. Yeah, anti-tank gun is dead. Now the Austria players are lacking anti-tank capabilities. That is pretty dangerous for them at the moment, because the Panzer IV is the only anti-tank capability they're having. Oh no! Wait a second. Where is this anti-tank gun coming from? Ah, over there. Okay, La Bull 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 is having an anti-tank gun. However, it's, he's sending it to the north side of the map. And the southern side, we see a decrewed anti-tank gun. Wow, okay, well. Major Storm managed to recruit it. Well played. And he's using his field officers to push back the Zis guns. That was well played. Nice. La Bull 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 is playing his sneaky stuff again. Going for the cutoff, decrewing a mortar, doing la bull 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 stuff. Oh, I like that. It's a funny playstyle. So the LA's players are not even playing bad. They are playing an interesting build, to be honest, but they are not playing badly. But at the same time, the XA's players are fighting back with everything they got. And they got a lot, because I mean, maybe the NG could back up the mortar, and maybe they will even steal the mortar. However, at the same time, there are some support weapons not backed up with... Okay, now Major Storm is seeing the issue, and Major Storm is backing up the support weapons for his friend. And he, at the same time, is destroying the mortar. That was well played again. Nice. So they didn't intend to steal it, but they just wanted to destroy it, because they are having their own mortars. My Storm is using his flamethrower to push back the conscripts in green cover. That is smart. Oh, well, will he get the decap? There are several conscripts and engineers and MGs. Ooh, an MG 42 from La Bull Bull Bull, now in possession of the Soviet player. Unfortunately is pushing back Major Storm. Retreat. Retreat, brave Grenadier, you have to retreat. Please retreat for me. Do it for Herr Blaut here. Come on. Yes. Splendid. That is good. It's surviving. We like that. I'm always very sad when I see Vet 3 LMG carrying Grenadiers being wiped. But these guys are brave and they retreat. They are not brave due to the retreat, but they are brave because they managed to hold on for that long during heavy enemy MG fire. Okay, so this anti-tank gun is brave as well. However, it's backed up using the MG... No, this is an MG34. Ah, okay, that's the Ostwind MG34. And Major Storm is dodging the incendiary artillery strike. It's making pretty good use of his anti-tank gun. That is great. Nice, nice, nice. He's going for a Stuck. That's good as well. Yeah, I think Major Storm noticed that the UK forces player was going for the Bergungstrupp, the salvage troop, the salvage, how's it called? Zeppa from the UK forces, indicating that the UK forces player is indeed going for something like the AVRE. And I think it was quite a wise choice to go for the Stuck, because the Stuck is not just repelling the mighty Chromewire, but it's also a good choice for dealing with the AVRE, which could come pretty soon actually. 151 fuel, enough manpower, so 15 CPs already, so pretty soon I guess we will see an AVRE. Same applies for the Soviet player. The Soviet player is floating a ton of resources, tons of manpower, tons of fuel. Most likely, pretty soon he will go for a KV-2. Are we seeing the KV-2? No, we are not seeing it. Oh, we see two M3, or that M5s? I have no idea. Where are these guys? One is over here. Ah, that is... okay. I was completely wrong. Didn't play the game for a while. We see the supply trucks. Interesting. Wow. That is rough now for the XS players, because, I mean, the Soviet player, big power, it's incredibly hard to pronounce actually, was not even doing a bad job keeping up the map control, and I mean he already he already stores some MGs of the Access player. So, not bad. But despite from that, he even managed to float incredibly big amounts of manpower and fuel and ammunition. Wow, that could be hard to deal with actually. Now we see the Carry 2. Where is it? Come on, show it to me. Carry 2 is having 1 kill. But already took lots of damage and it's retreating very far back. Oh no, Soviet players, they lost an MG over there due to the heavy Panzer IV fire. AVRE engaging. For some reason he denied auto fire. Doesn't even matter that much because the AVRE will be used manually with great success. An insta-wipe of the MG. Yeah, and now we see the AVRE powers. If played correctly, this bad boy will be able to get more and more wipes throughout the game. That is very, very dangerous. Wow, the miss of the anti-tank gun. A lucky Stuck is surviving. Good for Major Storm, because this Stuck... What? This Stuck is very important for him at the moment. However, we see that the Pak 40 was even more important for them, because it killed the one and only Cromwell. The Spendlet Cromwell with the tea boiling machine on board. Most likely the AVRE is also having the still rise on board. So never mind, I think the K-Forces player will be safe. But that could be a little bit greedy. I mean, they are having infantry in the backline, but that is maybe not enough. 2 anti-tank guns and AVRE. Ooh, Stuck is dead. Stuck is dead. It was not too greedy. Stuck is dead. And the AVRE again did some kills. 11 kills already. That is incredibly nice. Unfortunately, I think we can't see how many support weapons, infantry units and tanks they killed. They introduced that feature again in Company Furious 3. I like that a lot. So not everything about this new Company Furious title is bad, actually. And still, 11 kills. That's nice. An AVRE with 11 kills already. That's not bad. The KB2, what's that boy doing in the meantime? Not that much, actually. So the K-Forces player, he is playing the AVRE very, very nicely. Ooh. But we have to honor the Soviet player for using the... Wow, the Katyusha. Oh boy, a wipe for Major Storm. Wow. Major Storm is suffering so badly. Both allied players are focusing Major Storm at the moment. Ooh, and he is having quite a bad time. 221 is dead. Stuck is dead. Anti-tank gun is dead. Another Grand died. Let's switch to Major Storm perspective of the game. 2 Grands left. We're at 3 with LMGs, so that's still strong. We see the Officer. That is also a good unit. And 2 Pioneers. And the Ostwind. However, no anti-tank gun left, no Stuck left. That is incredibly hard to handle now. I'm curious what will happen next. Fortunately, La Bulbul maybe noticed that both allied players were focusing Major Storm, taking out all his anti-tank capabilities, and with that decided to go for a Panther. That was the most correct choice I have seen lately. Well played. In the meantime, 6 kills for the KV2. Oh, I think the KV2 is a little bit too idle. Oh! Major Storm used his freshly deployed... Where is it? Panzerwerfer over here. First shot already did 5 kills and forced 2 squads into the retreat. Well played. Yeah, maybe. Major Storm will come back on the battlefield pretty soon. I mean, we already saw some pretty neat plays, so I'm pretty confident that the XIS players will somehow handle it. However, I mean, this infantry engagement over here, just one anti-tank gun, is not enough to deal with a KV-2. Artillery incoming. Ooh, the incendiary artillery strike from the British forces. Yeah, I like to see that the Allied players are performing quite a good team play. Where we saw some combined pushes, where the Allied players pushed together, some more or less. However, I think the Axis players are a little bit more playing the 1 versus 1 style, and this is also great, resulting in La Boule 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 taking the cutoff several times already. However, now La Boule 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 changed his tactic and is helping out Major Storm at the southern flank. We see some pretty neat gameplay over here. Team play. Artillery strike. What's going on? I think that's the what's it called again? The Eisenbahngeschütz. Das Eisenbahngeschütz, der schwere Gustav. Der schwere Gustav is firing over here. It's not hitting anything, unfortunately. I think schwere Gustav barrels need to replace every 10 shots or so, so pretty expensive. Nice. Major Storm uses Panzerwerfer again. Wow, that was super effective. Major Storm uses Panzerwerfer and decrewed one anti-tank gun, and the UK forces player decided to use one of his VET-3 sections with Brents to recrew one of his anti-tank guns. Most likely that was just unintentionally. However, he received not just one squad wipe with an anti-tank gun, this veterancy is lost, but also a squad wipe of his sections. Wow. What a waste. Well played, Major Storm. Yeah. I mean, he couldn't presume that the UK force player would do this mistake. Most likely this mistake just happened in the heat of the moment. But, on the other hand, we see something over here, which I quite like. So, ooh, what the fuck? Panzerwerfer, yeah, it's shooting again. So, we see Major Storm making use of his field officer. And that is nice, because the field officer enables the Panzerwerfer to fire twice. Quite a short time. At the same time, we see that the Allied players are setting up some mortars over here, some mortar pits for the UK forces player. That is definitely a good idea, and they already upgraded them with the second mortar. We see the Katyusha already having 6 kills. Okay, that's not too good. I think the Soviet player is having some troubles with his micromanagement. I mean, still he's having a great army composition, and he's playing great units, and I mean, he's making use of all his units. He could have been doing better already, but we have to honor the playstyle generally. I mean, he's helping out his ally with all his units. He's making great decisions. I mean, the Su-85 is a great choice, because most likely he noticed that La Boule 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 went for the Panther, so the Su is a good choice. However, I would like to... now I think he enabled the ability. Wait a second. Okay. Now they are using flares. Okay, so the Su-85 is having the ability to focus the line of sight, so that they are seeing more. I think the Soviet player just activated that. We see a great engagement in the mid. Panzer IV is coming to help them out. Ooh, he lost his mortar. What actually did he lost this mortar to? Oh, to artillery. Really? Ooh. It was major... No, it was La Bulbul's Schwerer Gustav firing at this mortar now. And La Bulbul got the wipe. Wow. Wowzy. This SU is pretty dead. Ooh. Well played. Whoa. We are not seeing a Pak 43 at the moment, right? So the entire damage to the Su-85 was just coming from the Panzer IV, which bravely engaged. Earned some veterancy over here, and some kills already. The anti-tank gun and the Panther. Great usage of the combined arms over now. Ah! He broke the fire animation. Ah, but now he fired again and decrewed the anti-tank gun. Most likely will they? Wait a second. Come on, destroy the anti-tank gun. You can do it. Wow, the map control for the LS players is incredibly good at the moment. We see a Churchill, combination to the AVRE, a regular Churchill, let's say. We see the Allied players making use of reconnaissance flights. And yet they destroyed the anti-tank gun. Well played. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Major Storm nearly managed to kill the command Churchill over here. Ooh. Major Storm did the right decision to rebuild his Stuck. That is really well played. Nice! Nice! Yeah! Faust is coming out and the Stuck is hunting the AVRE. Ooh, will the AVRE die? It could probably die. Yep. La Bulbul is also seeing the advantage and they are hunting it. They are hunting till the death. 2 anti-tank guns firing at the Stuck. Oh, they miss. Come on. Oh no, the Stuck didn't fire at the... What? What? Well played. Major Storm just killed the AVRE using his Panzerwerfer. So he saw that La Bulbul wasn't further engaging and he lost his Stuck, but he made advantage or made use of the advantage that the AVRE was so low and used his Panzerwerfer to kill it. Incredible. A dive of the Panthers killing a Churchill. Wow. Making use of the smoke ability. Woohoo. Now the Axis players could come back. Wow. Both anti-tank guns are dead. Big Power is making use of his Katyusha. Maybe. Ah, he is not getting the wipe after that 3 grand with LMG. What a great match, oh my god. That was a hellish engagement. What the fuck? Allied players lost so much. However, they still have their KV-2 left, and the KV-2 finally is doing his job. Is it stationary? No, it's not. Still, it is earning some kills, some veterancy. 15 kills already. And the Allied players still have Katyushas left, Su-85. They rebuilt that. Good choice of the Soviet player, very played. They already built this repair center over here. Unfortunately, the UK Forces player didn't make use of it. Very sad. Maybe he just forgot about it. I mean, it was a great intention of the Soviet player. I mean, sometimes he's lacking micro a little bit. However, he is making use of everything the doctrine can give him. So that is really good. And now he's backing up his British friend with all his AT, which is a good choice because now they dealt some severe damage to the Ostwind and the Panzer IV. Alright, now the the KV-2 is stationary, which means it has increased range It's more or less serving as an artillery station. Oh, watch out, La Bul Bul Bul. Second shot could be a wipe, actually, as you... KV2. Ooh, okay. Lucky La Bul Bul Bul. The KV2 is nothing to mess with, actually. Was that a ground attack? I have no idea. However, it missed. Panther, Wraith Panther is engaging and using smoke. Well played. Nice ground attacks. Nice ground attacks, man. Big power is now shining with making use of ground attacks, and he nearly killed the Panther. What an engagement and what a defense. Great. Another Schwerer Gustav is firing over here. For some reason it is just firing into the void. Yeah, over main. No. Why not? Sometimes these shots can do a yeah surprise wipe. Oh, another AVRE. Oh, I think maybe two Panthers. They're having two Panthers, right? Yes, two Panthers. A Panzer 4. What's Major Storm having at the meantime? In the meantime, two. Oh wow. Two anti-tank guns, so also pretty neat anti-tank capabilities. And two Panzerwerfers. These could be very dangerous for the XS Allied players, because I mean the Allied players are still relying on many support weapons like the anti-tank guns, for instance. I mean the Su-85 is their only anti-tank capability that is based on a tank. Which means, as soon as these anti-tank guns get killed, maybe it could be a GG actually. And if the XS players are making use of proper reconnaissance, and just notice these anti-tank guns or spot these anti-tank guns, kill them, and then do an engagement with the Panthers, then probably it's GG. Ooh. Lucky Panzer 4 actually, because the KV2 can two-shot a Panzer 4, and the Panzer 4 already is half dead due to the 85. Wow. Where's the... Oh, wow. Ooh. Two Panzer Werfers shooting. Yes, and there's the wipe. There's the wipe of the Zephyr squad of the UK Forces player. Major Storm is making great use of his Panzer Werfers. Wow, see. Flakpanzer, Ostwind, not decrewed, he actually killed the unfortunate pilot of the Allied players, and the AVRE in the meantime got another wipe. 9 kills already again. Really neat. Oh, now it has to retreat, soft retreat a little bit. Ooh, okay. This AT gun is dead. Ooh, okay. We are seeing Schwerer Gustav firing at the KV2. The KV2 is firing back at the mortar and decrewed it. Oh. Ooh. Oh, okay. It just retreated just in time. That was the third shot. And one of these shots could kill the KV2. Ooh. Let's see another great ground attack of the Soviet player. Come on, show it. No! It's coming away. Oh, too bad. 70 points left for the Axis players. 90 points left for the LS players. What a game. Oh, what? Major Storm. In Germany we would say, du Schelm. I have no idea how to express that in English, however, Major Storm is making use of these Panzerwerfers so well. I like it so much. I mean, all these Zeppers retreating are just killed using the Panzerwerfers in the retreat. Wow. Wow, no way. Is this Ostwind now killing an AVRE? Su-85 is firing. The anti-tank guns are coming in. The Ostwind is The Ostwind is the Ostwind got the kill. It was not the anti-tank guns. The Ostwind got the kill of the AVRE. What a push. Well played. In the meantime, La Bull 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 is also... That was what I just was talking about. I don't know whether it was Major Storm or some other artillery strikes. However, both anti-tank guns are decrewed now. The Su-85 died due to anti-tank guns of Major Storm and a Panther push of La Bull Bull Bull, so now the Allied forces lost all anti-tank capabilities and yep, Major Storm is dropping the GG. Well played. Not for the Excise players actually. So, best sportsmanship could have been that the Allied players dropped the GG first and then the Axis players replied. However, Chinese guy is dropping because you're already facing the fact that they lost. And the AI is taking control of the Katyusha, letting it fire into the void. And the battle is still raging on. More or less raging, because, I mean, it's becoming quiet. The Allied players lost everything within a few minutes. That was incredible. The wipe of the SIT guns over here was... That was the GG, actually. Yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't pay attention for this engagement over here, but we see a killed Panther and a killed KV-2. Great match. However, I mean, what we were seeing over here was, I mean, it was thrilling as well. I mean, the Flakpanzer Ostwind just killing an AVRE. What a hero. Where is it? I want to take a look for this Ostwind. Oh, beautiful. This bad boy. I want to do a screenshot for the thumbnail. This is the unit of the day. Maybe let's do it like that. And on the other hand, we see an AVRE which is done for. It is completely killed. More than killed. It is humiliated by a Flakpanzer Ostwind. Well, with that, let's say GG, well played. Great match. And let's have a good time. See you.